All right, so what we're doing today, I have a bag filled with random anime characters and I have a bag of random anime shows. This idea was inspired by, I don't know if you guys are familiar with 8210, but what I want to do is I kind of want to remix that and bring it to anime and, you know, the draft battles that we do. We're going to be making just one team on one side and it'll all be random and we'll be doing it together. So I'll show you guys a character. And then after we have our team, we're going to evaluate and then I will randomly draw an anime out of this bag. And we have to see if that anime team will go undefeated, basically solo, whichever verse it is. It could be Pokemon, it could be whatever. We do get a reroll, but we only get one. All right, so let's go. Let's see who the first character is. Ooh, first character we get is Father from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, this is a character that could really be kind of an all-rounder. He can technically heal if we need him to, but I feel like captain or vice captain makes the most sense. All right, so most of you guys are saying vice captain, and I do feel like this is a perfect spot for him. We get to preserve the captain role, but you know, he ran the whole situation in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. He was a big dog. Let's see who we get next. Oh my gosh, Sukuna in the flesh. See, this is why we had to keep the captain role open. Drop that bum. Whoa, wait, what are we doing here? All right, Tony, you're saying captain. A couple of you guys are saying duelist. I think he's one of the smartest characters that we've seen in Jujutsu Kaisen. The amount of planning it takes to keep up with those legends like Gojo and the rest. But most of you guys are saying duelist. I'm seeing duelist the most. Some of you guys are also saying tank. I could see him also in tank, but since I'm seeing duelist the most, I'll put duelist. Oh, you brought up a great point though. Only one underscore, you said tank because you have to attack his soul. You're bringing up a very good point, but I do see duelist the most. That's a great point. Still, I'm happy with our team. So we have Father and we have Sukuna. Now let's see who we get next, man. Let's see who we get next. Oh, okay. Mugen from Samurai Champloo. Some of y'all might be too young. oh, 3 skips. Oh, drop that butt. Oh, yo, the skips are crazy. Everybody's saying skip. Mugen didn't make the cut. Yo, that's wild. Let's see who's next. No way, Gojo. All right, so we didn't put Sukuna in tank. We just used our skip, so we don't have a skip for this team. Gojo, a lot of you guys are saying captain. Yeah, Tickler saying captain, Twig saying captain, everybody. But over on TikTok, y'all are saying tank. I do think Gojo can really be a solid tank as well, just because of Limitless, right? It's very hard to even land an attack on Gojo, really. He has reverse curse technique, so he can heal, he can recover. Granted, I don't think he would be a bad captain, but I think tank makes the most sense. So I'm gonna go tank. All right, let's see who we get next. Oh, Yugiyami, Dark Magician. A lot of you guys are saying support. I would personally put him in captain. That's literally what you do as a duelist in Yu-Gi-Oh! You're essentially strategizing with your cards, with your monsters. But I'm seeing a little bit more support. He wins every battle. He would be a great strategist. That's what I'm saying. Most of you guys are saying support, so I'm gonna put him in support. That's still a great pick though. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's see who we get next. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this is a wild team. Saitama. We might go undefeated off the first go. I'm seeing captain in all caps. I'm gonna be honest with you. Captain is obviously the spot we have to put him, but we know Saitama, he's very strong, but like, is he leading a team as a strategist? Not really. But for our team, we'll still take him because he's ridiculous. So we have Saitama there, which means we have to hope the next person we pull is our healer. Let's see if we can get a healer. Seto Kaiba. Yo, so we're going in here with no heals. All right, we'll get some Blue Eyes White Dragon. Unless we say he could use a Monster Reborn or something, but I don't even know if that counts. All right, we have 2 duelists with us, Yu-Gi-Oh duelists. All right, so let's analyze this team. We have Saitama at captain, Father at vice captain, Gojo at tank, Sukuna at duelist, Seto Kaiba at healer, and a Yugiyami at support. Can this team go undefeated in this anime universe? Let's see which anime universe it is. It's all random. Ooh, okay. Black Clover. So our team needs to roll up in Black Clover and start putting in work. This is where I will have to run a poll. Let's really talk about it. I think we would have to rely heavily on Saitama here, just from the standpoint of we saw what the Cosmic Fear Garo situation, what that was looking like, right? Like he was literally kicking away portals and stuff. So Saitama 100% would help us against people like the Dark Triad, but we do have no heals. And again, it's everybody in Black Clover. Saitama would probably be a better tank in hindsight. And then Gojo Gojo will be better at captain. But either way, you can use Gojo's domain expansion, which would definitely catch some people off guard. If you bring in Yami's dimension slash, it gets a little tricky because now you have to think about, okay, would his dimension slash work against people's domain expansions? Even though people have domain expansions in JJK, in Black Clover, you have mana zones. So you have to look at Mary Leona as well and say, all right, she has mana zone. You have to look at some characters and it gets really, really tricky there. These two right here, Seto Kaiba and Yugi Yami, unless we're giving them like Exodia or something, which I don't think is fair to really do, only Saitama would have a direct answer for some of the ridiculous hacks in Black Clover, because we've seen him literally fight against Garo and he was kicking away portals. He sneezed and Jupiter was gone. That is something that Black Clover would have to deal with, and that would be a really, really ridiculous thing for them to fight against. Outside of that though, the rest of the team is going to be tough. Black Clover has a lot of heavy hitters. I already named 3 already. We didn't even talk about Asta yet, but Asta and Yuno, that's just by default that they're going to be nasty. If we're using verse equalization here, we could say that Asta comes through and has the ability to negate some of their abilities. So it would just be nasty. Niku, you said, are we going by death battle rules where Yugi gets access to those multiversal monsters? That's a great question. It would be wild for us to give Yugi that, because that's not typically who he has. It's kind of like if we get Ash from Pokemon, are we going to say, oh, he has Arceus? I guess if that's what we want to say, but I don't know, because we've never seen him have it. Like hypothetically he can, but we've never seen him have Arceus. So I think it's the same thing as Yugi here. Like if he's never used those legendary monster cards, I don't know if it's fair to give it to him. All right, so 85% of you guys over on YouTube said undefeated. Yo, so our first team, that's crazy. Our very first team went undefeated. So we're off to a great start. So here's what we can do. We can either scrap this team and build a new team, or we can scrap Black Clover and see if we can get another point with this team. Okay, you guys are saying scrap and build, new team, reset. So we're gonna start fresh here. Here we go. Okay, starting off, we have Askeladd from Vinland Saga. What do you guys want to do with Askeladd? For universes that are more street level, I think Askeladd would definitely hang. But okay, so most of you guys are saying skip. I see so many skips, but realize we only have one skip, y'all. So if we skip this early, okay, all right. Y'all better hope I pull some heat, man. Looking at the camera, who do we get? Okay. We have Reagan from Mob Psycho. This team is already it's too late. Askeladd got skipped. So now we got Reagan. See, this is why we gotta be careful with the skips, y'all. For Reagan, he has talk no jutsu. Yo, Naruto, you say, yeah, emotional support. The emotional support for me is hilarious. I think that's even better. All right, let's see who we get next. That the kid from Soul Eater. Where are my Soul Eater fans? The dual wielder. I would want to say, as much as I respect that the kid too, we obviously have to keep him. I think he's a great duelist as well, but I think it's better that we keep the captain position open because we have Reagan on our team already, and Reagan's a big dud. So I think duelist does make the most sense. Leaves our captain spot open a little bit. Let's move on. Law. Of course, Law's healer. There's no debate. He can be captain, but I don't want to chance it. Healer's the right spot to put him. Everybody's saying healer. Absolutely. Worst case scenario, he can do the immortal surgery if he needs to. I think this is a good duo right here. Law and Death the Kid. Think about it. Law has Devil Fruit Awakening. He's just been boosting his hockey up. He can use the room and then use Shambles to switch places with Death the Kid, who's the dual wielder who can fight from long range. So I think this is a great spot to put him. Yo, Avalon said, Haikyuu universe beating our ass at this point. Yo, hold on. Don't sleep on us, man. See? Don't sleep on us. Roy Mustang. The ultimate snapper. This is a great pull. He has a short fuse. Some of you guys are saying captain. Me personally, I feel vice. Not saying he can't be a captain because he obviously is a leader in Full Metal, but he also, no pun intended, has a short fuse. I would want a more level-headed captain overall. All right, see, I'm seeing a lot of vice captains coming in here. We start snapping fire at people. I'm with that. He's about that action. Let's do it. All right, who's next? Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. Now, let's be fair. Before y'all kill him, hold on. We're not cooked yet. Hold on. Before y'all kill Zenitsu, man, Roman's anime is gonna beat us. Now, let's be serious though. Zenitsu has upscaled a lot in the most recent Infinity Castle movie, right? And it's to a point where he's creating his own forms of thunder breathing. If this were season 1 Demon Slayer, I would be like, okay, yeah, we're cooked. Zenitsu right now is still a problem. I think tank is probably not the spot for him. I probably want to put him in duelist, but we already used our skip, so here we are. Most of you guys are saying tank because he's not a captain, and I completely agree. I'm gonna be honest, Law's gonna have to carry us. Oh, and our captain is going to be Asta. Really, he should have been tank. Asta hard carries us. Yeah, Asta's a great pull. So our team that we picked is Asta at captain, Roy Mustang at vice captain, Zenitsu at tank, Death the Kid at duelist, Law at healer, and Reagan at emotional support. Let's see which anime universe they have to solo. My Hero Academia. Can Team Asta go undefeated in My Hero Academia? If you put Asta in My Hero, he would be dangerous. His swords literally can absorb outside abilities and then reuse them. Shout out Will from Wistoria Wanted Sword, similar type of thing. He can negate abilities with anti-magic, and I know in My Hero you have quirks, but this is a cross-verse battle. You have to worry about Star and Stripe. Star and Stripe, again, she probably has one of the most broken quirks in all of My Hero. I think when you look at Star and Stripe and you look at Eri, if we lose sight of them, we're cooked. Because Eri can realistically wipe out most of our team just by rewinding them. Shigaraki for sure would be a beast. But that's why I feel like for Shigaraki, if you are not Asta and you are not Law, stay away from Shigaraki, stay away from All For One, stay away from All Might. That's a lot. Too many OP characters for Law and Asta. Honestly, a lot of like the pro heroes are still kind of getting worked by Asta. I'm gonna be serious. We love Mirko, Best Genius, Fat Gum, Nagantu, Cementos, Gang Orca. Asta is really smoking a lot of them. Once you get into Shigaraki, Star and Stripe, All Might, Deku, Eri, Lemillion, I think that's where it's kind of these hacks working together would be a lot. Realistically, Death the Kid, Reagan is cooked. So we're going in 5. Reagan's getting packed up by, I mean, he could beat Mineta. So 63% of you guys said we would not be undefeated. So right now we're 1-1. Here we go, new team. Okay, this is a great pull. Vanessa from Black Clover. And she too can basically change fate. Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying support. If we're in dire straits, we're good. It's like it never happened. We're off to a good start. Aizen, Sosuke Aizen. We might be all right. Next is you said, get these bum bleach characters out of here. What? Yo, it's Aizen. Aizen's a beast. Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying captain. I mean, if you ever have one of the enemies come down to see you in prison to be like, yo, can you join me? Like, you're him. I'll take Aizen in a chair over a lot of characters. He makes other characters hallucinate, fight each other. His battle IQ is ridiculous. Yeah, he's captain. We have S tier hacks right now. We can protect ourselves with the red fate. We have Aizen. All right, we're off to a great start. We got Midnight. I mean, she can make people fall asleep. Everybody's saying skip. We only have one. And Niku said, we don't have a cheerleader role. Oh my God. We gonna skip. We only got one. So y'all better hope we get a healer. Let me ask you guys this first. The character I'm about to show you is technically also considered to be a video game character. So I don't know if you guys want to count him or not, but if we count him, we are in great hands. It is none other than Shadow the Hedgehog. Most of you guys are saying duelist. I see a couple tanks, I see a couple vice captains, but most of you guys are saying duelist. Shadow is one of them ones. Chaos Control would do a lot of damage to a lot of people. In order to compete against Sonic, you have to be ridiculous. Mooney, you mentioned Super Shadow as well. I wasn't even thinking about that. So Shadow for sure. We'll use Shadow's Sonic X version. That's the most fair way to do it. Let's move on. Okay, we have Denji. Yeah, 3 people already said it. Next, you said get this freak out of here. Yo, listen, all we need him to do is tank damage. He's really good at that. We got Deku. Now, this is an automatic vice captain for me. There should really be no debate. You get one for all, Black Whip, Gear Shift, Fajin, all this stuff. He's ridiculous. Not gonna lie, our team is looking stacked. Granted, I will say I'm not... What is this guy doing? What is this? Where's Waldo? What are we doing?
I was trying to obsession it, you know? I was trying to...
You were trying to obsession it?
I was trying to freaky Nikki.
Whoa, whoa! All right, get out!
I was trying to...
What is... What?
I was trying to pop up out of nowhere. You feel me? But we're running.
So we're building random anime teams, and we're seeing which universe they can solo. You can pull the last one if you want.
Oh, bet. Ooh, Urza Scarlet. Let's go.
Urza Scarlet.
Not a healer, though.
Well, we already used our skip.
That was it. That's my cameo.
So Urza Scarlet, obviously, is one of the greatest fighters in Fairy Tail. We have no heals. So we're running in here with no heals. But we do have Vanessa. And one of the good things about Urza is that even though she can't heal, she is one of the most versatile characters that we know. She can literally change armory, change her armor to something, whether it's an offensive heavy or defense. She really can be a tank if we need her to be a flex tank or a flex support or a straight up duelist, right? So she can really do anything. The only thing she can't really do is heal. That's the major thing. It's time to pick the random anime universe we have to fight. we have the Yu-Gi-Oh verse. Some of y'all are saying easy and some of you guys are saying rip. Here's the thing. It's tough with this universe, right? Because there's so many different monsters. And then on top of that, you have different like field spells. You could do Toon World, right? I know some of y'all remember Toon World if you're old enough, but there literally is a multiversal monster in Yu-Gi-Oh. If you start talking about Exodia, if you start talking about Creator of Light, it starts getting nasty. And that's where I'm kind of like, Shadow, please save us. That's all I see when I'm looking at this. Right? Aizen can make some people hallucinate. And then Vanessa, if we get caught off guard one time, can change fate. But realistically, those really high tier monsters definitely put in some work. But I will run the poll anyway, regardless. YouTube said 56% went with undefeated. So 56% of you guys believe that our team can still get the job done against the Yu-Gi-Oh verse. I don't know if I can agree. We can give this team the points. Right now we're 2-1 and we can move on to team 4. Let's see who we get first. Kamina from Gurren Lagann. So I know some of you guys are gonna ask, well, does he get his mech? Yes, he does. I know some people out here already see it. Simon's better. I hear y'all, but Kamina can still hold it down. We do not get the super giga galaxy drill busters. We get the ones that Kamina piloted. The one that Simon got after his passing is on a different level. I'm seeing duelist, tank, vice, support. So it looks like everybody's kind of mixed here. I get why people are saying vice captain as well. I would want to put him in support though, just because it doesn't look like we can really decide here, and I think he would be a great support. He's not going to be as strong as Simon, but still will work out. Tiberius, thank you for the super chat. You said he going to whip that long ass sword out. Pause. I didn't even know why I read that. All right, who's the next character? Who's the next character? We got a demon. Black Star from Soul Eater. Yeah, I see y'all saying duelist. Automatic duelist, no debate. So for Black Star, a lot of you guys are saying duelist. I agree 1000%. Boa Hancock from One Piece. Now remember, Boa Hancock is a Conqueror's Hockey user, and if we're in a universe, anybody that looks at Boa Hancock and thinks she's attractive is in jeopardy. So depending on the universe, it could get really, really nasty. She has great hacks, and she is also a Conqueror's Hockey user. So a decent amount of you guys did say skip, but a lot more of you guys that are saying vice captain. And I feel like vice captain is the place we gotta put her. All right, let's see who we get next, man. Ooh, Xenon from Black Clover, part of the Dark Triad. We see what he did to the Golden Dawn. Devil magic, bone magic, Golden Dawn got packed. Realistically, got destroyed. There's a lot of people saying tank. I think tank does make the most sense with the bone magic. I feel like his defenses are ridiculous, but yes, he also can heal. I feel like I'm down to gamble for a better healer. You know what I'm saying? So most of you guys said tank, so I'm gonna go tank. Healers are definitely hard to find, but when you get them, you lock in. All right, next character. Ooh, Edward Elric. This is great. If we give Edward the Philosopher's Stone, we're going up. Right now, more people want Ed as a healer, so I'm gonna throw him in heals. I don't think that's a bad pick at all. You have to be smart to be a great alchemist. If you give him the Philosopher's Stone, he really is putting in work. I think we're still in a good position because we have a captain spot left. We did not use our skip. Let's see who we get next. We need somebody ridiculous. Yeah, Ojiro, my hero. Tail Quirk. It's a good thing we kept our skip, y'all. He's out of here. Please be somebody good. Okay, now this is not a bad pick. If we go to those higher universes, we're getting stomped. We have Akame from Akame Got Killed as our captain. Now, before y'all disrespect her, right? Let's keep it a buck. She has great sword skills. She has the one-hit KO sword. Really the standout offensive power on our team. These three right here, these are the standouts. Akame at captain, Boa at vice captain, and Xenon at tank. I mean, Black Star is pretty underrated as well, but I'm just looking at those three and I'm like, listen, you gotta lock in. Let's see what universe we get. Oh, we're fried. The universe we have to go undefeated in is One Piece. Pack it up. I don't even really need to poll this. Realistically, Emu could just go to work. Xenon would have to go off for sure. Xenon would have to run point, even if he does. There's way too many abilities, way too many pocket dimensions. You have Blue Nose Door Fruit, you have Mont Doors Book Fruit, you got Conqueror's Hockey users out the wazoo. Ed being the brainiac on our team is awesome, but then when you start thinking, you have to deal with Vegapunk, MH Joy Boy Hockey Knot, people that can literally regenerate because of the Emu stimulus package. Akame's sword, especially when you start going to the Holy Knights and the Gorosei, what are they doing there? Judgment, thank you for the super chat. You said Black Star end of series is stronger than Adola. Ooh, okay, I see what you're talking about, because Soul Eater verse and Fire Force verse are connected. Black Star's power scaling has always been very all over the place. Like, there's people that kind of have him in like a lower tier, and there's some people that put him on this this really high universal level. Is Black Star Arthur level? Yeah, so we can move on to the next team, but if there really is a version of Black Star that you guys think is relative to Arthur from Fire Force, then this team should win. When you look at characters like Arthur and what they had to deal with towards the end of Fire Force, I mean, it is just unbelievable. There's reality warp, planetary feats, universal feats are happening easily. Arthur's at a point now where if he just believes he is something, it'll happen. I'm starting to understand now because of the hype that Fire Force got and the fact that once Fire Force ended, it was confirmed that it was connected to Soul Eater. Now it's a Soul Eater upscale of epic proportions, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in on Manga Black Star. I didn't know he was like that. 67% of you guys on YouTube said that we would not go undefeated. 67% of you guys aren't buying the Manga Black Star hype. This team will lose this one. We're 2-2. This is team number 5. This is our last team.
W raid. Woo!
Yeah,
I heard I was requested for this last round.
you guys said you want Kumar to draw.
Kumar save us from Rob is crazy.
We're 2-2. Why they acting like I'm not holding it down? We're 2-2.
What's wrong with 500, y'all? Here we go. First character draw. We got Vlad from Blood Vlad.
All right, a lot of people are saying skip. Koga said he could use Kamehameha. He
That
did.
is true.
He did do it.
He did do Kamehameha.
Yeah, it was a gag, but he did do it.
You're not wrong.
He did.
But now we'll skip him. We'll burn the skip. I know, like, you know,
Yeah.
tapped in. It's a fun show, but losing. Huh!
Who is it?
Anos.
Oh, Anos. Anos is the type that will pack you up, resurrect you to pack you up again. The captains are flying in.
He's the freaking Demon King of all Demon Kings.
Yeah.
All right.
Who you got next?
Yo, how we feel about Julius Black Clover?
Oh, let me zoom in for them. Julius Nova Chrono.
That's a vice captain if I've ever seen one.
Nick is saying healer. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that either, but I feel like, you know,
He has time magic.
The title in itself, though, he's the Wizard King. I feel like I gotta put him at vice captain.
Well, here you go. I'm gonna give it to you.
You know what? I'm not mad at Chad saying healer because if I don't get a healer pull, we're kind of washed here. You know, I'm gonna go vice. I feel wrong putting him at healer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him at vice.
Kumar said vice.
Moving on. I don't got much time. I gotta keep it moving.
Okay.
Haribel.
Okay.
That's a support. I feel like it's a support.
Haribel from
Haribel?
Bleach.
She got melanin. Anyways.
Yeah. Yo, Nick said wife. Hey, that roll ain't here, brother, but I hear you.
All right, here we go.
He is going crazy.
Sanji for the One Piece fan.
Hey, Sanji.
Now he a cook, so he could be healing. Yeah, I'm feeling duelist.
Okay. Rin from Blue Exorcist.
I feel like he gotta be my tank.
I'm gonna allow the skip because a lot of you guys didn't know Vlad, so there's no point even.
Shout out Rob Sama. No more skips. So these are the last two pulls. Broly.
Broly!
Wait, I think.
All right, we can show them. We can show them. Broly, my goodness, Kumar. Kumar, what? Yo, W Kumar in the chat right now.
Crap.
Yo.
Yeah, we needed that.
W Kumar in the chat. Hey.
All right, here we go. For my healer. I'm not mad. I have no skips, but, you know, a witch could probably heal. We got Blair.
Blair from Soul
She
Eater
probably got some magic where she could heal, maybe.
as the healer.
I know she's just a cat, but, like, Team Anos.
Okay. Kumar's picking the verse, y'all.
Are we going undefeated?
Are we going undefeated? Let's see. Wait, what happened, Kumar?
No, I still believe in Anos and Julius, but this is a hard verse. We're in the Bleach verse.
Ooh.
Yuhabak might be a problem.
Team Anos has to go in Bleach undefeated. W.
I appreciate you guys.
team.
Let me know if we win. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, Brody. All right, W Kumar in the chat, man. Kumar got you guys one of the best teams ever. So let's discuss. Bleach is very, very tough. Soul King. You could talk about that. You could talk about Yuabak. You could talk about Ichigo, who's the jack of all trades. Like me going with this team, going into this battle right here, I'm really worried about Mayuri. Mayuri Kurisuchi is unbelievable. If we don't get rid of him, if we don't get rid of Urahara, if we don't get rid of Aizen, the Brainiacs in Bleach, they always have a chance because that's how ridiculous Bleach verse is. And on top of that, we have to remember Captain Kiryu can heal at an elite level. You have Senjumaru. Senjumaru could take all of Squad Zero, Bankai. If anybody gets caught in that, it's an issue, right? So Broly needs to be under control. And I do think Anos is a strategist and he can tame a Broly. I do think so. This is a very, very very, very tough conversation. I know a lot of people are saying Anos is just gonna come through and just one tap. I know Anos has a lot of hacks, but we also have to factor in a lot of the hacks that the Bleachverse has as well. Grammy can come through and change reality with his imagination. So it is a lot. The Bleachverse, us going in the Bleachverse undefeated, there's a lot of heat that you have to deal with. But we do have a really good team. I honestly don't know what I would say here. DHT, you said Anos packed up a time god easily. Anos is one of those characters where it's like, yes, you bet on him. Niku, you said, I don't think we can downplay the universal skill Broly is at. And the thing with Broly is Broly learns and gets stronger in battle. My only thing is I would be worried about Broly falling victim to Aizen's Shikai release. He could hallucinate. You also have to remember Yamamoto can come through with his Bankai. That's access to an undead army, a sword that's relative to the surface of the sun in terms of temperature. We didn't even really unpack what Ichigo would do or Uryu would do. You also have to worry about Jugron. You have Valkyrie. Every time Valkyrie gets damaged, he gets bigger and stronger. So it's like, how do you tackle that? Anos is going to be the main guy that is going to have to counter all the Bleach characters' hacks. And then you have Broly just running amok and just picking off the fodder. When you start going down here, Sanji, Blair, Haribel, I'm sorry, there's not a lot they can do on the upper tiers in the Bleachverse. There's not a lot they can do. So 83% of you guys voted and said that we would be undefeated in the Bleach universe. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys pulling up.